Megyn Kelly is collecting the worst possible takes like Thanos trying to get the last Infinity Stone. Remember, of course, that she recently went to bat for people who like to have sex with 14, 15, and 16-year-olds recently. And I don't really see what the big deal is. That was what she said last week. That didn't go over too well with her audience, so she's got to win them back. And how do you do that? Bloodlust, bloodthirstiness on display. And we've got that, and it has to do with Pete Hegseth murdering those innocent people clinging to the wreckage of a speedboat. Take a look.
So I really do kind of not only want to see them killed in the water, whether they're on the boat or in the water, but I'd really like to see them suffer. I would like Trump and Hegseth to make it last a long time so that they lose a limb and bleed out a little. Like, I'm really having a difficult time ginning up sympathy for these guys who 10 seconds earlier almost got taken out by the initial bomb, but because they managed to get ejected, a little too soon, had to be taken out in the water. I realize legally it may make a difference, but truly, Mark, this is a tough case to really gin up the sympathies of the American people.
Yeah. Again, nobody's talking about sympathy. Have I mentioned sympathy? Have I mentioned, again, bearing in mind that some of them appear in past attacks to have just been fishermen, then yeah, actually maybe a little bit of sympathy for innocent people being murdered as part of a propaganda spree by the Trump regime to get people to support them again. That might be in order. In this particular attack, they do seem to have at least had drugs on the boat. But again, nobody's talking about sympathy, Megyn Kelly. We're talking about the law. You know, that thing that you very casually brushed aside a couple sentences into your rant, your desperate attempt to get your base to still like you? Yeah, that actually is supposed to count for something. Are we a nation of laws? I'm sure, have postured thinking that we were before or that we should be. Do you think that Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth or the Admiral should have to follow the law? And if not, then don't come crying if President Buttigieg or President Newsom or President Ocasio-Cortez starts breaking some laws, because you are the one that helped to normalize that. And also just like the general idea, I just want to see them suffer. I want to see their legs blown off. I want to see them bleed out. I don't feel like having any sympathy. I'm glad that she took her cross off for that one. This paragon of Christianity and morality that's gonna tell us what's ethical. Oh, she can gin up a whole bunch of moral judgment and all that. She can really center her supposed religion when it comes to demonizing a trans 9-year-old or whatever. But when it comes to Pete Hegseth killing these people, not so much. And also, they're just throughout what she said, there's this really pathetic weasel words like, oh, and then they had to be taken out. But that's the thing. They didn't have to be taken out when the boat had been destroyed, which, and again, I understand I'm jumping past this. I'm doing the bad thing that I said yesterday we shouldn't do. It was illegal to blow it up in the first place, but it's extra bonus illegal to murder the people afterward. You didn't have to kill them. In fact, the law says that you have to save them, and then think about what you could do with those people who you just captured, who are evidently gonna bring in drugs and kill 300 billion people here in America. You could put them on trial. You could question them, find out more about the terrorist organization they're a part of. But of course, Megyn Kelly has to pretend not to understand any of that, because her job is not to actually use her brain any more than her heart when it comes to this. It's to support whatever the administration is doing. And that comes in a lot of really grotesque forms. Justifying illegal murder is one of them. Justifying pedophilia was the flavor of a couple of weeks ago. And she has demonstrated over the last month, that's all she's here for, is to just say the thing the regime needs her to say. She tried to go independent after she was fired from Fox News. That didn't work for her. And so she decided, my supposed principles, whatever, that is worth infinitely less to me than having people tune into my stupid show. And she's demonstrating that every day.